All right, so I talked to you a little bit about electeds that are firefighters, and then we have the majority who are not. And when this district, and I know it changed a bit, but when this district was what it was when Josh ran the first time, we were begging for someone. We were begging for change. We were begging for someone that could come up here and win against an incumbent that was here for a very long time. And when Josh started his campaign, we were one of the first unions that sat down with him and talked to him, and it was enlightening. It was refreshing to sit and talk to a gentleman that truly cared about first responders, truly cared about the folks in his district that he needed to protect. And the only way to do that is to have boots on the ground, right? We need boots on the ground. You can give us the shiniest rigs, you can give us the biggest axe, but if there's not men and women on the ground to get there and utilize that stuff, it just doesn't work. So, through the congressman's time in Washington, he has been so helpful to New Jersey, getting dollars back to New Jersey that benefit not only our firefighters, but his district and statewide. But just to talk about our firefighters with SAFER grants, which provide us with boots on the ground, AFG grants, which provide us with equipment and training. Josh has never not answered the phone, has never said, I don't think I can get that done, Ed. He said, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go down there and I'm going to take your message and I'm going to let them know that we need more resources here in New Jersey. And we are forever grateful to Congressman Gottheimer for what he has done over his past 2 terms?
3 terms.
3 terms in Congress. And again, on behalf of our members, the over 5,500 members that we represent, it's our honor to endorse Congressman Gottheimer for another term down there in Washington.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Man, I think I'm done speaking. That was pretty good. I'm beyond grateful, to have not just a county executive who literally, as Eddie said, suits up to protect us because he cares about people, but to have somebody who runs a group of 5,500 people and takes the time to show up here to recognize us when all we should frankly do is recognize you and the people you're standing with. I mean, it's very humbling, so thank you so much. Eddie, thank you for being being a hell of a friend and being such a great leader. We're very lucky. We should do, and anybody who doesn't run through fire for any of you has something wrong with them. And I tell that to some of my colleagues. You don't support cops, you don't support firefighters, you don't support EMTs. Like, I don't know what's wrong with you. Like, because I don't see you running in, right? And so I just want to say thank you. Deputy Mayor also running into buildings. Thank you very much. Thank you for your leadership in this community, your friendship. You've been unbelievable. I'm really lucky to count you as a friend and for what you do. Thank you for what you said. Chief, thank you so much for your leadership, this great department. And I want to make sure that I recognize Eric Romero from 42, President 42, Brian from 242, and I know our town manager's here as well, so thank you. I think he does a phenomenal job somewhere. I don't know where he is. Oh, there. He does a great job. Thank you so much as well. There's our senator here. Oh, I didn't see Gordon here. Sorry. Senator Johnson's also in the house. Thank you, Senator. Yeah, where's your hat? Okay, thanks. The Crocodile Dundee hat? I love it. So anyway, I'm just very grateful. I want to thank the firefighters, EMTs, dispatchers, everyone who wake up every morning with one goal, to keep our community safe. Thank you for your steadfast work. As I said, I'm humbled, even more humbled to be sharing this podium with our county executive, who, as you said, it's not just electric of utilities. I mean, the fact that, Eddie, you asked him if he's still a firefighter, like, often I'll be trying to find Jim, and I'll be like, Jim, can I call you? And he's like, I'm just at a fire. Can I call you in a few? I'm like, well, I guess that. Yeah, I guess in a few. Of course, he's unbelievable. But thank you for having our backs. It's our job. I think Jimmy and I feel the same way, to always have your backs. In the book of John, I love this, where it says, greater love hath no man than this, than to lay down his life for his friends. And I think that's sort of what firefighters do every day, is lay down their life for their friends, for our community. My first day on the job in Washington, I joined the Congressional Fire Service Caucus. Billy Pasquale couldn't be here, but basically he said, if you don't, I'm going to push you off the Capitol. And I said, okay, it seems like an offer I can accept. It seems like just yesterday, he said it's 2 terms, 3 terms, believe it or not, that we were in our first firehouse in Teaneck. Remember, for my first event on the job, right, my first event on the job after I got elected was in a firehouse in Teaneck. Jimmy, you were there.
Yep. Windsor Road.
Right, exactly, on Windsor Road. The importance of our firefighters, our communities, just can't be overstated. Just last month, tragedy struck our North Jersey families with a string of fires. 3 in a single week, including 1 blaze in nearby South Hackensack. 4 lives, including a 17-year-old girl. Last year, sadly, 2 of our community from here in Teaneck were killed in a house fire. Today, we continue to mourn 4 members of our community we lost in those fires and to their families. We also recognize the immense bravery of the men and women in our fire departments and our first responders. No matter how dangerous or difficult, as Jimmy said, whether you're wired that way, they rush in, right? Tend to a medical emergency. And they're heroes. I know, I talk to firefighters, they say, well, don't call me a hero. What do you mean? I don't know. If you're not a hero, I don't know who the heroes are. Right? What you all do every day. There's nothing short of heroic. And I just hope you understand how much that means to people like me, what you do. I know how much stress you guys face. You were there during the pandemic. You kept doing your job. You never stopped through storms, through floods, hurricanes, terrorist attacks on the homeland. You're there. Studies show that up to 1 in 5 first responders now are experiencing PTSD. All right? And it's not just those who saw 9/11 and remember this, and of course remember the 750 New Jersey souls we lost, including 147 in Bergen County. This year alone, we've lost already 44 firefighters, including 1 on-duty death in our state. But it's what you see every day that you live with. So we fought for the Never Forget the Heroes Act to make sure 9/11 Victims Compensation Fund was there. But frankly, that's just the start of what we're supposed to do. We fought to make sure we had the Bipartisan Firefighter Cancer Registry Act and the Military Firefighter Protection Act. We're very proud to help pass the Bipartisan Federal Firefighters Fairness Act through the House, which I helped co-sponsor, guaranteeing our firefighters have critical disability and retirement benefits. Working with mayors and our first responders, our councils, including right here, we've clawed back $5.3 million in AFGs, firefighter grants, in 2020 alone. 21 North Jersey towns, fire departments, and ambulance corps got $2.35 million in total AFG investments. Always fighting to bring the dollars back to help you fight fires, protect yourselves, protect our families. $300,000 for Teaneck from 2018 to 2020, including funds to help Teaneck's renowned volunteer ambulance corps get a new vehicle, a key piece for protecting our community. We got nearly $1 million in SAFER grants, and other fire department grants to help our fire departments. Using the 1033 surplus program to get more, claw back more to Jersey to help protect our families. In Teaneck alone, we helped claw back $510,000 for a program that you're running with Englewood, right, and Hackensack for rapid intervention training. $45,000 for the washer, extractor, and dryer to make sure we wipe off all the carcinogens, which, as you know, is a huge issue facing our firefighters. We got back to the American Rescue Plan $3.9 million, which helps you, keeps our property taxes down a little bit. And we got just announced $10 million in new federal investment through the American Rescue Plan the state is giving out that they got through the American Rescue Plan. The bottom line is this, the reason I talk about this. My job in Washington, and will continue to be, and Eddie doesn't have to call, is to make sure that every nickel that's there to protect you all and help you do your job, we fight for. It's that simple. Right? That's my job. Gordon's supposed to do it in the legislature. Jimmy does it at the county level every day. Right? That's our job. There's no thank yous needed. Right? No one should say thank you. It should just be, what else can we do for you? And so, as I continue to fight to win another term, because I'll fight like hell to win another term, and I appreciate you getting my back and fighting for the Jersey values we hold dear, know that you never have to ask. My job is just to do. This is not a Democrat or Republican thing. This is what's good for the United States of America. Good for our country, good for our families. And you know, people play politics with this stuff and want to make these things partisan. There's nothing partisan about this. You know, nothing. It's just doing the right thing. So to the chief, the deputy mayor, to Eddie, our firefighters, our dispatchers, our EMTs, know how grateful we are. We live in the greatest country in the world, and it's in no part thanks to what you do for us. God bless you. God bless your families. And God bless our great country. Thank you. Good.